Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome in. All right, collective, let's do your weekly forecast. Let's see what is coming up this week for you. For some of you, I was picking up an energy of resting. I don't know if you guys have been overworking, just having a lot of things going on, but you need to take a break, sit down, meditate. For some of you, there could be something coming up um in regards to maybe like I'm hearing chaos, but it feels like this is outside of you. It does feel like you saw something coming, or you seen something coming, maybe through a dream or a download, or you channeled something, I don't know, or just intuition, a gut feeling. It's like you saw something coming, so now it's like, hold on, so now it's almost like you're just letting it happen, right? I don't know if someone's coming towards you with something, saying something, or there's just this energy of like you already knew something was headed your way. So it's like you're working yourself, or you're working around it, or you're just going right through it and, unscratched, unbothered, and unscratched, I'm hearing. So, okay. Look, rest and rejuvenation at the bottom of the deck. Definitely rest. And I'm also picking up like that hermit energy, like pulling away, or withdrawing from any situations, any people, places, or things that are trying to, I'm hearing, trigger you, or just it's almost feeling like aggressiveness. Um, I was picking up on the energy of, I believe Mars is in Aries. So this is where we could experience a lot of arguments, or that fiery energy, right? That things coming up, I hear boiling, that have been boiling. I know it also talks about wars and battles, right? So I know we're experiencing this whole situation worldwide as well. So something could be coming up with that, where maybe you're very empathetic. You feel strongly and heavily for others. So there could be an energy of you kind of like withdrawing, or pulling your energy back, pulling your power back. I'm hearing from others, right? From other situations. So maybe you find yourself in the middle of maybe someone else's arguments or battles or something like that, and you're just kind of like excusing yourself, or that is the best course of action. If that's something that comes up this week, is kind of like excuse yourself from it, right? Don't I'm hearing Exodus 14:14. I saw it earlier. Somebody posted it earlier, and then I kept seeing the number 14 repetitively. So allow God to handle your battles right now. Like, don't let someone get you out, like rile you up, right? Like, don't let something get to you. That felt like a lot. Okay. I don't even know if I said something about this being a general reading. So I'm just going to say it again just to make sure. If it does not resonate, please don't force it to fit, you guys. This is a weekly forecast. So it may not resonate right now. It may make no sense, but maybe on during the week it will. So save the video, come back to it, visit it in the middle of the week, check back in. If it feels like it resonates right now, it's because there is a message in here for you. I'm hearing protection, a protective protection message. So journey, somebody could be traveling or on travel at the moment, or you could be travel could be coming up this week. All right, messages for the collective, the weekly forecast. All right, so we have hostilities. So there it is. It's arguments, right? A battle. But you see, and as I always pick up when I see this card. It's like the Five of Swords in a tarot deck. But I feel like with this, the way it is depicted in this deck is like this person is holding that one sword. And that sword to me always feels like the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about victory and success and good news and truth and clarity and um, something about truth, but when it comes to like speaking your truth also. So I don't know if that's your energy right now, like standing your ground, speaking your truth, and allowing that to be your protection, right? Allowing your truth to be your protection, your power, your strength, your courage. It almost feels like you don't have to fight this battle. Let your truth speak for you and fight your battles, right? You know what's true. So if somebody could have lied or deceived or something like that, or tries to anyway, you know your truth. You know who you are at your core. You know what's true for you. I feel like also there's a layer of protection from your ancestors. I'm hearing your spirit guides. For some of you, there I zoomed into his tattoo. So there's like something about a tribe or a tribal, um, or you have a good tribe or a good community that protects you or that knows who you are, so they don't fall for the lies or the deceit or something like that. Okay, the sun flew out. So exposure, right? Truth, again, authenticity, your light shining through, the healer of the ages. Ooh, a lot of solar plexus energy. So a lot of confidence, warmth, happiness, abundance, prosperity. I feel like you've done so much healing within yourself, collective, like done a lot of releasing. I'm hearing releasing, removing, regenerating. You could be spending a lot of time outside. That energy coming from the sun is very healing. Maybe some of you could be lacking vitamin D. So if you've been feeling tired, fatigued, it is maybe spending time out in the sun could help you heal or help you get that energy back. That passion, that creativity. So, because for some of you, it feels like you've gone through a period where you had to fight for I'm hearing fight for your right. Maybe fighting for your rights, fighting for your truth, fighting for who you are. You've been having to stand, in your power, telling, maybe it feels like some people didn't want to believe who you are, who you are at your core. And now it's like you're giving birth to a version of yourself that maybe others try to block or keep you from elevating or ascending to, like your higher self. This sun energy, it feels, how can I put it? I'm hearing full or fulfillment. I don't know if you're doing something collective this week. You could be reading, you could be writing, you could be for some of you could be writing a book, or you're giving birth to a new idea. You could be giving birth. Maybe that's why you've been feeling really tired. So your body is telling you like, okay, relax, chill, like we got this, you got this, right? Everything is already done. You just kind of like take a step back, let the universe maybe step in, do their part, right? Music could be very therapeutic right now as well. Or you could be creating or writing music for some of you. It feels like maybe there were people around you, or people who in your community or close to you, who maybe didn't believe in your truth or who you were at your core. So maybe that was something that you kind of had to protect. You had to fight for. You had to be confident, right? Stand on your own 2 feet. Blossoming abundance. Look at this. Endure to spirit. Oh, I love this energy. I feel like this upcoming week, you guys, this feels like you're all that fighting, all that explaining, all that proving. Maybe for some of you, you had to prove yourself 10-10 on a timer. You had to, it's almost like you had to keep pulling your sword out to protect your truth or protect yourself. And I feel like this week, I feel like the battle is finally over, or it's done, right? Like the sun is finally coming out. The labor, if you guys are going into labor, or if I'm talking to a collective where you're about to give birth, like I said, whether this is like actual literally or metaphorically, if you've been in labor, you've been working on something so hard, and now finally you're in like the last push, the last pushes, right? The last few pushes before the baby comes, right? Before you show it to the world, before you reveal it, right? I feel like right now there's that need for you to like rest. I'm hearing hydrate for some of you, especially if you're spending a lot of time outside, or maybe going to water right now. And spending time by water could be beneficial for your health as well, or your healing. But whatever it is, I feel like you're coming out unscratched, unbothered, right? Like you're coming strong. You're coming out stronger. I'm not gonna say unbothered. I'm not gonna say unscratched, because I do see battle wounds, but unbothered more so, or healing from those wounds, right? Healed from those wounds, acknowledging that those battle wounds are there, those scars are there, but it's almost like you're taking those. They're your trophies. Those scars are almost like your trophies. For some of you, you could be thinking about covering up a scar. I'm picking up on someone trying to cover up a scar. Maybe you're thinking about covering it up with like tattoo or something like that. I'm hearing don't. Oh, I'm gonna cry. 12-12 on the timer. I'm hearing don't. And I'm hearing get the tattoo, just don't cover up the scar. I don't know. That could be significant for some of you. It could have been something that reminds you of something painful. But the scar is a trophy, I'm hearing. So that could be significant. Um, yeah. Okay. Blossoming abundance. Like I feel like this week you're stepping into that energy, right? You're stepping into finding, I'm seeing the 10 of cups, like finding your support system or your soul tribe, and finding those who are wanting to collaborate with you, and just be in um that hospital room with you if you're giving birth. Maybe you have that support system, or you're finding that system, that those people or those things that make you feel supported. For some of you, it may be things like music and writing. Like it could be that's your support system, and that's, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I feel like everything in this universe was placed here for a reason. And I feel like we can use it for our higher self. And I'm hearing creative, so I don't know if this is where you're becoming more creative, and you're speaking your creativity through, or you're sharing your creativity through these tools like music and writing, and painting, maybe for some of you. There's something with water here, maybe water painting. um wha- I'm channeling so many little things. Animals, something about animals too. Maybe you're finding your support system is your animal, your pet. Okay. All right, I like this. It's something also about out and being out in nature this week, collective. So spending time out in nature, like by trees, again by water, or connecting to animals. I'm seeing a lot of animals. For some of you, you're thinking about like getting a pet. Um, yeah. I just heard like the three amigos, so I don't know if it's you, someone else, and a pet, right? Like that's your support system. Oh, I'm getting emotional again. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, look, Seven of Swords. I don't know if there were lies to see or something around you. Ten of Swords. Like somebody backstabbed you, betrayed you. Um this could be an air sign. Gemini could be significant, or Gemini, Libra, or look, an air sign. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Leo also could be significant. Aries significant. Those are the signs that are coming out or coming through Taurus. Taurus as well. Okay, let's see. Messages for the collective for this upcoming week. Exodus 14:14. Exodus 14:14. I think I have it up still. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Okay. Messages for the collective. So maybe that's what it is. This hostilities energy. Hold on. This verse occurs when the Israelites, trapped between the Red Sea and the pursuing Egyptian army, are reassured by Moses to remain calm, trust God's protection, and let him handle their deliverance. I mean, can this be more relevant than now? Like what we are going through with this whole, like, what's going on out overseas? It says, be still and keep silent suggests remove fear, panic, and self-striving. The promise. God guarantees he will act on behalf of his people, overcoming obstacles too big for them to handle alone. Application. It is a timeless reassurance to trust in God's strength and timing rather than reacting in fear or fighting in one's own power. Oh my gosh, can that be any more relevant than what your cards are showing right now? Oh my gosh. Okay. The world, and I didn't even see this at the bottom of the deck. Literally just said across the world, in the middle of the water, overseas. This talks about travel. So I feel like I said, in a larger scale, this could be a worldwide hostilities, wars, battles. There's a need to keep faith. I'm hearing faith and fear do not coexist. So a door to spirit at the bottom of the deck. So something about prayer and faith and connecting to our spirit guides, especially during this aggressive period right now. There's a lot of anger and aggressiveness and a lot of separation, like division between people, cultures, and I feel like that was the plan from the very beginning. So there's a need to, there's threes here, so maybe collaborate and connect with others, right? It may be animals, it may be, just people you trust, people that see you and understand you, that are there to push you forward. What is this hostilities for this upcoming week for the collective? I'm hearing armor, 6 of Cups. And Judgment. There it is, y'all. I mean, can it get any more, can the message be any more aligned than that, with that Bible verse? Judgment Day. And the devil right after that, y'all. I mean, 4 of Wands, celebration, abundance. This just feels like, with the 6 of Cups energy and hostilities, there could be something coming up from the past lives. I'm also picking up past karmic debts, things that are having to be revealed in today's day, right? This feels like very much so things that have occurred in past lives that in this lifetime they're meant to be discovered and dismantled and dismissed. I'm hearing whether it is own patterns, like self patterns, self beliefs, sorry y'all, self patterns, beliefs, again, karmic paths, right? Karmic patterns. It's like in this lifetime, that's it, that's all. I've been seeing 1010, so it's almost like it is time. It's almost like a regeneration, and things being rebuilt again on a more solid foundation. Because yeah, look, the Four of Wands, because it is now time to move forward and move on and leave behind the deceit, the lies, the things that have been built off of, I'm hearing, off other people's backs. That one hit hard, y'all. Of other people's backs. For some of you, I'm channeling someone receiving, getting land back or a home back. It's something that was taken or stolen from someone, from something that was passed down, that was gifted or inherited or given. 2121. So that's back to number threes. There's threes, a lot of threes. 333. This could have been something that was gifted or passed down. Exactly, passed down, for like land, or I was going to say laws. So maybe even laws that have been passed down that need to be dismissed and dismantled, right? There's something, I'm hearing greed or ego, could have been controlling something here. And now it's time. Something about now it's time with judgment, right? Now the decision has been made. The judgment has been made. They like something is already happening. Something is bigger. It's outside of you also. So again, you're getting whatever is happening. There is some sort of armor or protective shield over you. I'm envisioning a mother's wound. So again, if you're pregnant, you're just like that protective shield, like you're protecting something inside of you. You're still in labor here, right? So maybe you're being called to just stay still, stay on guard, but not so, like, how can I put it? What's the words? Maybe you don't have to even stay on guard. I'm hearing, no, they don't have to stay on guard. They don't have to stay on guard. I feel like you have this protective shield. Yes, like you've already done what you needed to do. At this point, it's outside of you, right? Like it's above you now. What is the Six of Cups? What is the Six of Cups? Why is this important this week? Okay, the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Cups. I'm telling you, this feels like it was something passed down. I don't know if there was something about with family. I don't know if there were arguments within the family or something. Not Knight of Swords in reverse. It feels like there's aggressiveness here. It does feel like there's somebody coming in out of control or aggressive or trying to fight or disagree or, but justice, I'm telling you. It's like someone wanting to argue, like, someone in the family wanting to argue or fight or something over money. Maybe that is maybe inheritance. I don't know if I was picking up on a home or something like that, something tangible. There was like an inheritance, or there is something about either contracts about money or legalities or something like that. Or somebody could have lied or deceived or tried to anyway. And I feel like it's coming up again in this lifetime. Something is being revealed, something is being exposed, someone could be finding out. Like either somebody try to block something from you or coming for it to come towards you. Maybe this inheritance or this gift. Maybe you had to fight for this gift. Like you had to protect. For some of you, this gift, like I said, it doesn't have to be, maybe it is not an actual like financial or material thing. It could be like an actual like singing or writing or something like that, something creative, right? Maybe that someone tried to block that from happening, and it's like you had to fight for your truth, fight for your rights, fight for who you were, who you are authentically, right? Maybe you had, there was a lot of it's like, again, dismantling. You had to release or unbelieve certain patterns or certain beliefs or certain traditions. Like you had to break free from that, and because of that, it created a lot of uproar or arguments. Like you, or yes, that's how I want to say it. What else? What's coming this week? Ace of Cups. A lot of fertility. So giving birth again to an idea, or giving birth to a project, a creative project. Also could be new love coming in as well with the star at the bottom. This could be something that you've been hoping, praying for, wishing for. Or this could be like a wish come true. Something that, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, I'm burping. Something that somebody is pregnant or somebody has a baby or a newborn. You may be burping your baby. Okay. Or you could be having a lot of heartburn. For some of you, you could be experiencing heartburn. But with the Ace of Cups, it just feels like, look at these cups and water, full of water. I'm hearing full of fertility. Again, mother's wound, right? The being in that water. Something about being in the water? Something in the water? It could be something in the water. And some people getting pregnant. Maybe you're finding out a lot of people around you are pregnant. There must be something in the water. I don't want to drink from that cup. The star. For some of you, maybe that's something that you wanted for yourself, right? Like you were hoping, praying, and wishing that you were pregnant, or that, you get blessed with a child. And I feel like you might be finding out that you are pregnant, that is something coming true for you, a wish come true. The lotus. Something about lotus, the lotus flower. Why am I being going so slow? The lotus flower, and I don't know why I clicked the Egyptian symbolism, but you could have that. You come, maybe your ancestors come from Egypt. I mean, I feel like we all do, right? In some way, shape, or form. Creation, rebirth, and the sun. Look, and the sun is out here. Creation, rebirth. We just saw judgment. Y'all, this message is so aligned. It's crazy. It is so crazy. Creation. Been talking about baby. Coming to created a baby. Creation. My goodness. Okay, fertility. Maybe you're just giving birth to, like I said, a project, right? And this is time. This is now. This is what you're focused on. I don't feel like you're even focusing on whatever this hostility is, or you're being asked to not even battle. God, Lord, has your battles for you. He's fighting it for you. And sun. Three of Wands. Growth, expansion, your ship's coming in, Nine of Cups. I love this. You're just sitting in this, abundance, right? Blossoming abundance. emotional fulfillment within yourself, right? Like, yes, you're waiting for your 10 of cups and you're looking at it, you're looking back possibly because you had to get rid of that one cup, right? You had to get rid of that toxic relationship. You had to get rid of that toxic family member. You had to get rid of that toxic belief, right? That came from years of, and lifetimes of doing something a certain way, right? Maybe how you handle situations, right? Maybe you're no longer the same aggressive or fiery person anymore. That's something that you was passed down to you. You're not that angry person. I'm hearing that angry bird person or that angry bird anymore, right? Maybe you were carrying a lot of anger. Maybe that was anger that was passed on to you. And I feel like this week you're finally releasing that. You're letting it go. You're making room for something bigger and better. I feel like for some of you, you've been doing that, but this week you finally see your ships come in, like they arrive. I'm hearing you've arrived at your destination. You are right where you need to be, with who you need to be, with the people, animals. For some of you, I don't know if there was like confusion or whether or not you were headed in the right path or the same direction. Queen of Wands. Look at animal. For some of you, you could have like a cat or a black cat. I miss my baby. Or you could be thinking about purchasing an animal, like I said, or a pet. But I feel like you're standing, you're confident, you're passionate, you're taking action towards, your goals. You have your eyes set on something and you're going the distance, right? You're fighting, you're putting in the work, and I feel like you're putting the past, something behind you. You're not looking back. I feel like with the 9 of Cups, he's looking back, but he's only looking back and he's satisfied, right? Like he's satisfied with the work that they've done on themselves. At this point, you can be doing a little of indulging, right, in your hard work. 9 of Cups plus the Ace of Cups, that's the 10 of Cups. So even if you had to leave something behind, you still feel full. You still feel that emotional fulfillment, right? Nothing is missing. The abundance. You have everything. You have your intuition, I feel like, also has gotten stronger. So it helps you stay confident. It helps you stay grounded. It helps you, look, 5 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles. It helps you stay, I'm hearing, aware. Like you see things when it's almost like you're ahead, like 3 steps ahead of a situation, like, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe this message will help you stay 3 steps ahead. Maybe this is like the sign that you were waiting for, or maybe this is the message that prepares you, that helps you maintain that confidence whenever somebody comes in to give you this bullshit. Here's the 5 of Swords, this hostilities. Right? It's like somebody rushes in or wants to rush in, but it's almost like they get stopped right in their tracks, or your confidence stops them right in their tracks, right? Where they realize, or they see like, oh shit, like this is not the one to try. This is not the one to play with. It's like you saw something coming, and because you did, you're able to stay confident and 10 toes down and still maintain some sort of reputation, or maintain some sort of control here. There could be something at your job or at work. I'm hearing customer service. So if you could work in customer service for some of you. That could be, a sign that this could be your reading, but something about your reputation or your confidence, your knowledge, right? And you speaking and being assertive in what you're saying, it's almost like your reputation is enough to back you up with whatever this could be, whatever could be coming up. Besides your spirit team, because I feel like they're the ones doing most of the protecting here. But something about your reputation as well is protecting you from something, or protecting your abundance. Why is that coming through? 5 of Swords. Why is that coming through? Hold on. The Tower. the Three of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. That's a lot of cards. What's the Five of Swords? I don't know. It just feels like there could have been a lot of people trying to compete or argue with you about something. What's the Five of Swords? Okay, Eight of Swords. And the Seven. Yeah, there's that defense, that fight. That it's like, I don't know if there's somebody or people around you may want to, they're jealous or envious of your confidence and your assertiveness. And the fact that you're not like feeding into their bullshit or whatever it is that they're trying to bring your way. It's like they're trying to keep you stuck and bound, but or if they know that they can get a reaction from you, you know, that could change your reputation. But you're just, it's not working. You're putting an end to it by not giving light to it or not giving it energy. You're leaving it out. It's almost like you're leaving these people out in the cold, not even paying attention or not even giving it, like I said, giving energy to this bullshit. It's like you're turning your head, or you saw it coming, and because you knew this was coming, maybe your intuition prepped you. I don't know. That I'm seeing the black cat, right? They're very, they sense shit. You know, they're very intuitive. They're protective as well, but it's like they sense when things are coming. And it's something about being very strategic as well. It's like you knew something was coming because you did. It's like you set yourself up to it's like you grounded yourself even more. You're planted yourself even more, right? Like you dug your roots even deeper into the ground because you saw this coming. It's like someone maybe trying to come towards you, like I said, try to block something or fight with you or argue with you only because they don't want to either see you do something or they want to keep you from seeing how you're already abundant, right? Just because they're jealous. It almost feels like jealousy loves company, but you're putting an end to that shit. You're not even feeding. And I'm hearing, look, yeah, you're walking away. You're walking away from something or a situation or a job for some of you. No place like home. Foundations. I'm hearing foundations. Core. I said something about you, you know, it's like you're digging your roots in, right? Your foundation, where you're at, your red, it's something about the color red could be significant. So you may need to wear more red, eat more root vegetables, fruits, red fruits. I'm seeing apple. I don't know if somebody might try to tempt you, or there could be anger here again, aggressiveness. It's like somebody wants you to go off on them, or they want you to argue with them, because they're jealous of how much work you've done on yourself, but you're not going to react to it because you already knew this was coming. You already peeped the shit. Exactly. You already knew. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be significant. I don't know if I said that already. Y'all, I mean, can we get any more aligned than this? What is she building? What is she building? Foundation. You see the blocks? And 8 plus 2 is 10 endings. So some of y'all are putting an end to some bullshit. It's like you decided to stop building or doing something a certain way that has been either passed down, whether it is laws, whether it is a lie, whether it is a way of being, a way of believing, whether it is an inheritance, whatever it is in your situation. It's like you decided to build elsewhere indifferently, right? It's like you decided to, for some of you, you could be building a house. But I feel like whatever it is that you're deciding to build for yourself is completely different than what has been done before you, whoever came before you. And because you're deciding to do things differently, it's creating some sort of uproar in someone else. And the uproar all stems from jealousy, right? From jealousy and envy, which has nothing to do with you. Ain't got shit to do with you. Ego, I'm hearing as well. So, hey, this is you. Ain't got shit to do with me. You turn your head the other way because it ain't gonna, again, it has nothing to do with you. Okay. I mean, I love this. Look at this. And blessed at the bottom of the deck. You're over here enjoying the fruit of your labor, what you've been working on. You know, you're blessed because you understand that change in the wind that you decided to, and more threes, another three. You're building, for some of you are building something. I'm seeing a hammer and a nail. And look at this person. I saw their axe on their waist. So tools, something about tools. Maybe you're purchasing tools, and maybe you were gonna build somewhere, but then decided to build elsewhere. I don't know. That could be significant. But look, and then building blocks. You know, we saw that. So somebody's building, definitely building something, or maybe you're playing with Legos. For some of you, when you're listening to this message, you could be playing with Legos. But whatever change, right? Wherever it is that you're being guided, it's you're being guided by your, your spirit gang, your ancestors, your spirit team, right? Okay, let me get to reading. What is this, number 28? For some of you could be 28 years old. You could have you could be 10-year-old. You could have been something about 10 years also is significant. Okay, building blocks. You have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. I mean, again, can I get it more aligned than this? Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as a solid grounding upon which you construct your life? We've been talking about construction. Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. Y'all, listen, can the message get any more clear than this? I love it. All right, collective, that's all I have for you. I feel like this week you need to just let, what did it say? Let's go back. Exodus. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Amen. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please let me know how these messages resonate with you. I know this is a weekly forecast, so it may not resonate with you yet. But come back. Save the video. Come back to it. Listen to it again, especially once these hostilities come in. If this is a video that brings you back to center, to your core, to your foundation, I hope it's doing a little something for you in some way, shape, or form. All right, y'all. Don't forget again to like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all soon. Have a beautiful week. Bye, y'all.